Okay, great. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Jamae Crowder. I'm the Development Director for Tigerman, and I'm very excited to have our second TCS Roundtable discussion today. There's some really great news. We will be starting our face-to-face interactions with our participants starting on Monday. So Ms. Tiffany Harkless and Pippa and Christine are here to kind of answer questions, go over some general thoughts about what's going on and how we're going to reopen our programs. And we look forward to having your questions. You can feel free to go to the Q&A area and just type in your questions. At the end of their discussion, they will then start answering questions. So you can feel free to chat to all panelists and or use the Q&A feature. Without further ado, we have Tiffany. She's our director. She's going to kind of review the reopening plans and go over a lot of important information. So go ahead, Tiffany.
Hello, everyone. So thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to discuss our reopening plan. We do plan to open all of our day habilitation programs, our program without walls, our Westbury site, as well as our Queens site. We have sent all parents and families our reopening plans in a packet. That packet includes a reopening letter, our COVID-19 policy, and our overall reopening plan. I just wanted to take a moment to kind of outline some of the items that we have in our reopening plan, just to give everyone some ideas about some of the things that we're doing to keep everyone safe upon return. So we are enforcing social distancing. We have modified our classrooms to limit the amount of people within the classrooms. So we're reducing the amount of people in the classrooms. We set the furniture up in a way where everyone will be 6 feet apart. And we also ensure to reduce density within the classrooms. We're also enforcing mask usage. While we realize not all of our participants can manage wearing a mask the entire time during program, we will continue to encourage people throughout the day, as well as practice social distancing. So that way people are not in close proximity, especially for those that are not capable of wearing masks. We are modifying our activities where we are going to limit activities where we're going to limit the activities where the activities will be more individualized. So they wouldn't be sharing art supplies or sharing different items. And there will be some shared items such as iPads. So if someone uses an iPad, we're going to clean it before use and we're going to clean it after use. So we are modifying activities so that the activities are done in a way where people do not have to be in close proximity to complete or participate in the activities. We're modifying lunch in a sense where we're not going out in the community to lunch, and we're also not going to use a common area for lunch. All of the participants will have lunch in their classrooms. That way it minimizes the usage of common space. We, at this time, unfortunately, we are unable to provide transportation. We will revisit transportation at a later time. The reason why we're modifying transportation is because we want this, we're beginning this reopening process, and we have to kind of see how everyone is able to manage in space and being within close proximity to other people. And our vans are very small and compacted, and we want to do our best to limit people being in closed environments. So once we begin opening and we see how things are going and we see the transition, we will revisit the transportation aspect of the program. Health checks, we're going to conduct health checks on everyone daily. The health check, staff will receive health checks as well as the participants coming to the programs. The health checks will be conducted outside of the facility because we really don't want to allow anyone in the facility who do not pass the health screening or who have a temperature above 100 degrees. So there'll be specific questions within the health check. There'll be questions such as, have you traveled outside of New York State within the last 14 days? Are you experiencing particular symptoms, newly symptoms such as loss of taste, loss of smell, coughing, chills? So you'll be asked specific questions. And then we also will be taking everyone's temperature, and we will do that outside of the facility. So for families who are bringing their participants, you can call us to let us know that you're outside and we'll come to the door, or you can just bring them to the door and ring the bell and someone will come out and take their temperature. The programs have plenty of PPE. We have masks for those participants who do not have a mask when they come to program. Everyone has to have a mask. We have cleaning procedures in place where we have enhanced cleaning. We will have a maintenance person cleaning our building all throughout the day, cleaning the bathrooms multiple times a day. The staff have been trained on enhanced cleaning within the classrooms. And those are just some of the measures that we put into place to try to protect everyone and mitigate the spread of COVID-19.
Thank you, Tiffany. And we also have Pippa, our program supervisor. She's going to discuss a couple of points regarding our notification letter that we sent out and the alternative ways to continue programs. Pippa, go ahead and unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Unmute, Pippa.
There you go.
Hi, everyone. So like Jermaine said, I'm Pippa, the program supervisor, and I'm just going to review the items were sent out in the mail. If you didn't receive it, please contact the program supervisor, the program coordinator. They would be able to assist you with the documentation. Right now, I'm actually going to review one of the letters that was sent in the packet, and it's called the Return to Program. This specific document I'm going to review because we are requiring the parents to sign off on this document prior to the individual beginning program on August 10th. So like I said, it was sent out. If you did not receive it, please contact your program supervisor or me. My information will be listed. So I'll just go over the form. So all participants will receive health and temperature checks prior to entering the program site or van. If any participant fails the health check or has a temperature above 100, they will not be allowed entry. If applicable, an individual may be required to follow up with his or her healthcare practitioner and submit medical documentation. All participants must perform hand hygiene prior to entering the program site or van and periodically through the day. So once they do enter the building, we do have procedure for them to also wash their hands, but we're encouraging the parents to know that they should be performing hand hygiene prior to entering the program. All participants must bring prepared lunch properly sealed. Currently, we will not be ordering takeout to the program site. If a participant shows signs and symptoms or tests positive for COVID-19, he or she must stay home. If someone in the participant home tests positive or is currently under quarantine or isolation, the participant must stay home. Participants will be required to wear masks while at program as tolerated. Community outings are suspended until further notice. Only participants will be allowed in the program site. So once you do come to the door to have the health check completed for the participant, you nor the participant will be allowed in the building. And once the health check is completed and they have passed the health check, only the participant will be allowed in the building. And again, that is to minimize the spread. Participants will be required to practice social distancing while at program. So all our program staff have been trained in regard to social distancing and will ensure that the program participants are encouraged and instructed to also follow practices in social distancing. If a participant exhibits signs and symptoms while at the program, he or she must immediately be picked up. Before returning to program, the participant must see his or her healthcare practitioner and submit medical documentation. So participants will refrain from bringing personal items to the program, in particular items that cannot be cleaned unless clinically indicated. So we welcome everyone back and continue to ask for your support in keeping all our participants safe. So that is a form that we did send out, and it is required a parent signature before they are allowed back into the program. And it's not inclusive of everything, but it definitely does highlight the main issues that we want you to be aware of and acknowledge such issues by signing off. The next thing that I can go over is the alternate to in-person sessions. So right now, the COVID still is very unpredictable. We still at our time where we don't have a lot of information, so things are developing. And as they develop, we know that parents still have concerns about sending their children back to the site. So we are continuing to have Zoom sessions. We will not discontinue the Zoom session. If a participant prefers to be on participating, forming the day program via a Zoom session, we will be continuing those Zoom sessions.
Great, thank you so much. So as of yet, no questions have come in except for the transportation, which you've already did discuss, Tiffany. And now Christine Austin is our assistant director, and she's going to go over a little bit more further in detail. Christine, you are also muted, so if you could unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. So not to go more further into detail, because Pippa did go into detail the documents that you all already have from the welcoming packet, but just to rehash, it's very important that we all work together. It's very important that you keep us informed. We will keep you informed, as you can see, of the many documents that came from from our agency to you. Our responsibility is to make sure that everyone is safe. So that is the purpose for all of this documentation, all of the questions that we have to ask. So most importantly, if your child or loved one is sick, please keep them home. If someone in your home is currently under quarantine or isolation, please also keep your child or individual home. If your child or individual does become sick at program, we will be calling to have your child or loved one picked up. And as Pippa explained, all the protocols will be followed in response to that. In addition to what Pippa had said, just to rehash, we will be asking, we will be expecting a health check for staff and for individuals that will go over and ask those questions. And those questions will be asked every single day. And again, any information that you can give us and to be honest with us would be greatly appreciated.
Great, and at this point, if anybody did have any questions, they can go ahead and go into the question and answer area or chat all panelists. I think if there's anything else, anybody else thought of while somebody else was speaking, Tiffany, anything else on your end?
No, I just want to reiterate what some of the things Christine and Pippa already stated. We're opening our programs. We know that we have a lot of participants who are looking forward to coming to program in person. We're looking forward to having them in person. And those that, are not ready to come back, we will continue Zoom for those participants. We've taken many measures to ensure the protection of our individual. And I wanted to mention also for our program at Westbury, we installed an air purifier system where the purifier system have an ionizer that purifies contaminants within the air. So we've taken that measure as well. So we're constantly training our staff. We've trained on various topics. We're going to continue to train. We're going to have weekly trainings with them so that they're able to recognize signs and symptoms, so that they have the information to ensure the environments are clean and safe. Different safety precautions, cleaning precautions. So we're taking all measures to keep everyone safe, our participants as well as our staff. If parents feel that, okay, now it's not the time, I need a little more time, they can always revisit it. When they're ready, they can just reach out to their program coordinators to let them know that, okay, I'm ready to return now. And if they have any outstanding questions, they can feel free to ask their coordinator, and we'll get whatever information we need to give them so that they feel comfortable with returning. If any parent that's on right now have any questions, feel free to type in your questions and we'll answer any questions you may have.
Yes, and if there's any questions that arise after this Zoom session, feel free to, of course, reach out to any one of the directors here, as well as social@tigerman.org. And in addition, we will be recording this session, so we will be sending this out to everyone. So if you missed a part of it, you'll be able to watch it again. We'll be emailing it out. And really quickly, we did tie into what Tiffany was just talking about, how we've been purchasing new things to help with enhancing our health and safety. We did purchase some items thanks to support from specific people that contributed donations to our COVID relief emergency fund. So thank you very much to those that could give, and to those that would like to still give. We would definitely appreciate that, and your support does go a long way. And
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jermaine. I'm sorry, something just came to my mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I just want to let the parents know, just in case they haven't had the opportunity to speak to the program coordinators, that our programs will be operating from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So in the event you have any questions regarding the timing of program, please feel free to reach out to the program coordinators.
Great. And a question did just come in about remote Zoom sessions. Will they be with the classroom teachers?
No, the Zoom sessions will be separate from the actual programming. So those participants who actually come to program in physical space, they will be receiving particular lessons and activities. Those that are on Zoom will be receiving different activities. So no, it will not be in the classroom.
Great, thank you. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to type it in the question and answer area. And then if I have one moment, I'd like to share another way to also support Tigerman and our community services as well. We are offering a in-person event. It's our drive-in movie theater. We're really excited to host it. It's going to be on a Thursday evening, August 20th, at our Tigerman Middle School, which is located in Glen Cove. Everyone is invited to participate. We are doing this as a fundraiser. If you're interested in supporting us, it's tiegerman.org/drive-in. And we're going to be featuring the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get your family out in the vehicle, be safe still, and do something together. So on that note, if there is any other questions or thoughts from any of the panelists. Oh, there's one more question that came up. Can a participant do both physical day hab and Zoom sessions? Do they have to choose one, or can they do one or the other one day?
They can do both. So if they come to program on Monday and for whatever reason they're not coming on Tuesday, they can do Zoom on Tuesday. So they can do both.
All right, great. That was great questions. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, everyone, for coming to our Q&A today. And we'll see you on Monday, right, guys?
Right. Thank you all.